Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am CS Jaspreet. So ICSI has come up with the e-newsletter for CSEET students. In that newsletter, that newsletter is for November 2020. It has come up on the institute, I think yesterday or day before yesterday. So it had some sample questions regarding each subject of CSEET. So this video is on that sample questions only. Institute has released 10 sample questions for each subject in its newsletters. So let's get across all those 10 questions what Institute has given in your newsletter. Starting up with the first subject, that is business communication, the first question is dash are the names given in common to all persons, places or things of the same class. For example, bank, shop, market, etc. We have these four options: common nouns, proper nouns, collective nouns and abstract nouns. I'm sorry. So starting with common nouns, the answer is common nouns because in this only they're common. It is commonly it is given name to like bank without specifying the name, or shop or market, like they're commonly used. So these are common nouns. In proper nouns, you specify the proper name or proper place or proper thing. In collective noun, you refer to the collection of people, collection of places or collection of things. In abstract noun, it is an idea or a quality. It is not a physical thing. So the answer is common nouns. They are the names given in common to all persons, places or things of the same class. The second question is a dash by definition is placed before a noun or its equivalent in order to show its relationship in terms of time, place, etc. Now it's a basic definition. You should know the definition of all the important terms of English. So starting with the first option, that is verb. Verb means it's a word that tells or asserts something about a person or a thing. So answer is not verb. Then moving forward to adverbs. Adverbs is it's a it is a it adds meaning to a noun, and it modifies the meaning of the verb. Adding a meaning to a adding a meaning to a verb is an adverb. Adjective is giving some complement or adding a quality to something or a person. So the answer is preposition. Preposition by definition is placed before a noun or its equivalent in order to show its relationship in terms of time, place, etc. Moving forward to the next question, that is the third question, which says the words efforts and exertion are. What are these two words? Are they antonyms? Antonyms means opposite. So no. First of all, I'll tell you the meaning. Efforts, efforts, we put in efforts. We do something, that is called efforts. We try something, that is called efforts. And exertion is if we are doing something and tiring our body, like we say after a lot of the day work, a lot of work that we have done today, I had a lot of exertion. That means I'm tired because there was a lot of work that I had done and I am tiring my body. So by doing lots and lots of efforts, by putting extra efforts, you're doing something and tiring yourself. That is called exertion. It's a very common word being used. So efforts and exertions have the same meaning. So what will they be? Will they be antonyms? Antonyms means opposite. No, they are not antonyms. Will they be homonyms? Homonyms are the words that are spelled and pronounced like another word. So it doesn't spell or pronounce like the different, as we could see, these are two different words. Then synonyms, which means same in meaning. So yes, the answer is synonyms. And homophones. Homophones are the words that sound the same as another word. They sound the same. Homophones. When we hear them, we will think that the two words are sounding the same, but they both have different meanings. So they are not opposite, they don't sound the same, and they don't spell and pronounce the same. So the option is C, synonyms. And synonyms means same meaning. So both have same meanings. The fourth question is, which of the following are synonyms of abridge? Right now I've explained what is synonyms. Synonyms means having same meanings. Abridge means to short something, to reduce something, like we say to abridge a reference book. That is means to shorten it by cutting off, by reducing the omissions, or abridge a visit, or abridge one's freedom, that is to deprive, that is to cut off, like something to reduce something or to shorten something. Now looking at all the options, it is clearly mentioned the answer is B, shorten or curtail, because abridge correctly means to short, to reduce, to make it less. So it is neither proficient or skilled, neither plentiful or ample, neither follower or disciple. And this answer is shorten or curtail, which is option number B. The fifth question says, which of the following is or are the important strategy or strategies for solving comprehension passages? So what is the strategy? Read the passage as fast as possible. Get thoroughly involved with the paragraph to understand it. Do not assume anything based on your personal belief, all of the above. So the important strategies while solving the comprehension passages are all of the above. We need to do all the three things, that is A, B, C, all the above to solve the comprehension passage. So the answer is option number D. Now we come up with the paragraph or with the passage that was given in the, and like this only you also get it in your exam as well. So it says opera refers to a dramatic art form originating in Europe in which the emotional content is conveyed to the audience as much through music, both vocal and instrumental, as it is through the lyrics. By contrast, in musical theatre, an actor's opera is presented using the primary an actor's dramatic performance is primary and the music plays a lesser role. The drama in opera is presented using the primary elements of theatre such as scenery, costumes and acting. However, the words of the opera or libretto are sung rather than spoken. The singers are accompanied by a musical ensemble ranging from a small instrumental ensemble to a full symphonic orchestra. So on the basis of this paragraph, you have to solve these questions. First question is, it is pointed out in the reading that opera has developed under influence of musical theatre. Is a drama sung with accompaniment of an orchestra? Is a it's not a high budget production, is often performed in Europe. So while reading this, you can see in the last line only, it tells you, the last line of the paragraph says the singers are accompanied by a musical ensemble ranging from a small instrumental ensemble to a full symphonic orchestra. And about this, the drama sung, it is in the beginning only that it is a dramatic performance. So the option is option number B. It is a drama sung with the accompaniment of an orchestra. The question number 7 says, we can understand from the reading that people are captivated more by opera than musical theatre. Drama in opera is more important than the music. Orchestras in opera can vary considerably in size, and musical theatre relies above all on music. Now, this is the answer. This is the last line which I was telling you earlier also. The singers are accompanied by a musical ensemble ranging from a small instrumental ensemble to a full symphonic orchestra. So it can be, it can vary considerably in size. It can be small instrumental ensemble or it can be a full symphonic orchestra as well. It depends. It totally depends on the kind of opera, but it depends. But the answer is option number. The next question asks you, it is stated in the reading that acting and costumes are secondary to music in musical theatre. Many people find musical theatre more captivating than opera. Music in musical theatre is not as important as it is in opera, or an opera requires a huge orchestra as well as a large choir. Now, according to the paragraph or according to the stanza, it is option number C. That means music in musical theatre is not as important as it is in opera. It must be in the words that by contrast, yes. If you could see the third line, it says by contrast, in musical theatre, an actor's dramatic performance is primary and the music plays a lesser role, right? It is saying that in musical theatre, the performance is seen morely than the this opera. So in music in musical theatre is not important as it is in opera. In opera, yes, music is important as it is telling you that it can be from a small instrumental ensemble to a full symphonic, but in musical theatre it is not as that important. The ninth question says, rearrange the following sentence in the correct order. I bought a camera at the store yesterday to photograph the parade. It is just like jumble words. You have to make the full sentence. And let me tell you what is the answer. What will be the answer? It will be yesterday I bought a camera at the store to photograph the parade. So you can, by looking at it, you can say, I bought a camera at the store to photograph the parade. Where will the yesterday? Yesterday will be in the beginning. So yesterday I bought a camera at the store to photograph the parade. So the answer is answer number B. The last question states, which of the following is not the advantage of the intranet? Okay, intranet is it not, it's not an advantage. So cost effective, enhanced collaboration, immediate updates, and time consuming. And the answer is D. It is not time consuming. It is not an advantage of intranet. Time consuming, it's not an advantage of intranet. Moving forward to the legal aptitude and logical reasoning part, starting with the first question, Dash shall be the head of the executive power of the Union. So who shall be the head of the executive power? Whether the President of India, the Governor of a state, the Prime Minister, or the Chief Justice of India? The answer is the President of India. The President of India shall be the head of the executive power of the Union. The second question states the fundamental duties under Article 51A includes to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. To defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, or all of the above. So the answer is answer number D, all of the above. The fundamental duties under Article 51 includes all three of the things that are given in options A, B and C. The third question says the word socialist added by the dash aims to secure to its people justice, social, economic, political. So earlier socialist word was not there. Then it was added. In which amendment is it was added? 42nd, 51st, 72nd or 101. So it was in option is option number A. It was added in the 42nd amendment where socialist word was added. So moving forward, the question number 4 says, under section 2H, an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. It is not an obligation. It is not a consideration. Consideration is giving something back in return or all of the above. No, the answer is contract. The communication of the offer may be general only, specific only, general or specific, none of the above. The answer is general or specific. The sixth question relates to your logical reasoning. It says RQPONMLKJ-FED. You are reading the question from left to right. Now try to read it from right to left. DEF-JKL-MNOPQR. It is just the way the English alphabets are. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. So the answer is first, which is IHG. Just write it in that way. It is IHG. Starting with the next question, that is KBJ, LCK, MDL, NAM. The best way to answer such questions is to know A, B, C, D, E, F, A to Z. The moment you'll write it somewhere, then it'll be easy to answer, because then only you'll come to know how they are arranging the alphabets. Now K, B, J is actually J and K, and in the middle of both the alphabet B is being inserted. Then L, C, K. L, K is two alphabets together. In between they have inserted C. Then M and L, they have inserted D in between. Then N and NEM, NEM, they have inserted E. Now the answer will be O and N, and between O and N we will insert, after E what comes? F. So the answer is OFN. The easiest way to answer is if you write it somewhere, and then it'll be easy to answer. The eighth question is, Team A has scored more goals than Team B. Team C has scored fewer goals than Team B. Team A has scored fewer goals than Team C. So it says that if two statements are true, the first two statements are true, the third statement is. Let's go by example. It says Team A has scored more goals than Team B. So suppose Team A has scored 4 goals, then Team B has scored 3 goals. The second statement says that Team C has scored fewer goals than Team B. So how much I told you? Team B has scored 3 goals and Team C has scored fewer goals. That means Team C has scored 2 goals. The third statement says Team A has scored fewer goals than Team C. This statement is false, because as I told you, Team B has already scored more goals than Team B and Team C has scored fewer goals than Team B. right? So talk with numbers, then only you'll get the answer as fast as possible. So the answer is B, it's false. The ninth question, again the same way, C D C E F E G H G I J I. The answer will be K L K, as it is C D E F G H I J K L K. Right? You understand how the way I'm speaking, right? The 10th question says John has more coins than Sonu. Sonu has fewer coins than Danish. Danish has more coins than John. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is, let's see. So it says John has more coins than Sonu. So if John has 10 coins, Sonu has 5 coins. He has more coins. Sonu has fewer coins than Danish, right? Suppose again, Sonu, as if he has 5 coins, we can say Danish, we don't know how much coins he have, but they are fewer than Danish. Danish has more coins than John. Now, it cannot be said as true also, it cannot be said as false also, because we don't have the proper numbers. They are just telling us in more and fewer, right? It cannot be put into numbers. Now, we cannot say how much is more for them, because Sonu is particularly having fewer coins than both of them. So the answer is uncertain. The answer is the option C will come up. It is uncertain because we actually don't know in terms of numbers that who amongst John and Danish is having more coins, but both of them are having more than Sonu, right? But between both of them, we cannot say who is having more coins. So that is why the answer is option number C, uncertain. Moving further to the next subject, that is economic and business environment. The first sample question is, when a small change in price of a product causes a major change in its demand, it's said to be. Small change in price says that the moment price goes up, the demand goes down. Or if the price goes down, the demand goes up. So there is a small change and the demand has a major change. What type of a demand that is? It is perfectly inelastic demand? No. Perfectly inelastic means change as much as price, the demand will not change. Inelastic demand, the same thing, that if the price changes, the demand will not change. Relatively elastic, depending. Perfectly elastic. This is a perfectly elastic demand. The answer is D. There is small change in the price, there will be major change in the demand. So this is the price and demand relationship, supply and demand relationship. That is why the option D is correct, perfectly elastic demand. The second question says ABC Limited incurred capital expenditure of rupees 100 crores in setting up of a new plant. The above mentioned capital expenditure will be considered for computation of national income under which of the following methods? As it is an expenditure, it will definitely come under the expenditure method. It is in setting up a new plant. It is a capital expenditure that is used for setting up a new plant. So the answer is option number B, expenditure method. The next question says dash account for flows for those transactions where the government is merely acting as a banker. So which account flows for those transactions where government is merely acting as a banker? They are public account, right? Public account flows for those transactions where government is like a banker only. So those are the public accounts. They're not private accounts, they're not sales accounts or profit and loss accounts. They're not those accounts. The fourth question says, which of the following banks were not established by British India Company? So which bank was not established by British India Company? Bank of Bengal, Bank of Bombay, Bank of Madras or Bank of Baroda? The answer is D, Bank of Baroda. It was not established by the British East India Company. All three above banks were established by them. The fifth question says the dash is the difference between the monetary value of exports and imports of output in an economy over a certain period of time. Now, there is always a monetary value of exports as well as imports, and the difference of those, both of the things in terms of money, is called balance of trade. It is the definition of balance of trade only. The balance of trade is the difference between the monetary value of exports and imports of output in an economy over a certain period of time. The next question asks, which of the following is not the need for having entrepreneurs in India? Not the need. Entrepreneurs promote capital formation by mobilizing the idle saving of the people. Yes, entrepreneurs in India do this. They promote balanced regional development by establishing small-scale enterprises in rural, remote, and less developed regions. Yes, the entrepreneurs do this as well. They help in reducing the concentration of economic power. Yes, this is also true. They help in promoting monopoly. No, no, there is no need. We don't need entrepreneurs to promote monopoly in the market. Monopoly means to start a business that is limited to them only. That they are not these kind of entrepreneurs are not needed in India. So the answer is D. Seventh question says, if a company is sued over data breach of confidential information, a business may need to change how information is collected and stored. This is covered under which of the following? So it is the company sued over data breach of confidential information. Is it related to political environment? No. Is it related to economic environment? No. Is it related to technological environment? Yes, it is related to the technology because the data is saved in the in our PCs electronically. So there is a data breach of confidential information. So there is a need. The area covered is technological environment and not political, economic, or social. The eighth question says, consider the following functions. Issuers of securities protects the interests of traders and investors, financial intermediaries. Which of the following organizations perform the aforesaid functions? Without looking at the options, can you tell me the board that issues the securities, they protect the interests of traders and investors and the financial intermediaries? They are SEBI. The answer is A. RBI is related to the monetary things. National Stock Exchange, it is under SEBI only. SEBI is the answer. And Ministry of Finance, no. The answer is SEBI. SEBI issues the securities. They protect the interests of traders and investors and the financial intermediaries. Yes. So ninth question says, the central government has constituted NCLT under section 408 of the. So NCLT under section 408 is the section of the Indian Companies Act 2013. It is the option number D. Then comes the last question of this subject. The central office of the Reserve Bank was initially established in Dash but was permanently moved to Mumbai in 1937. So it was initially established in Calcutta. The answer is B. The central office of the Reserve Bank, it was initially established in Calcutta, then it was permanently moved to Mumbai in 1937. Moving on to something which is more general and more about the general knowledge that you have, the topic which is called current affairs. The first question says, which messaging platform has launched its own UPI payment feature in India? If you use online sites or you make online payments, you must be knowing the answer of this question. The answer is WhatsApp. WhatsApp has launched its own UPI payment feature in India. It's neither Facebook Messenger, neither WeChat, neither Telegram, it's WhatsApp. So which messaging platform has its own UPI payment feature? That's WhatsApp. The second question says, which nation has targeted to achieve zero carbon emissions by 2050? Is it US, India, Japan, or China? The answer is Japan. Japan has targeted to achieve zero carbon emissions by 2050. You know, the third question says, veteran BJP leader Keshubhai Patel passed away on October 29, 2020. He had served as the chief minister of which state? It is a very basic political question. So Keshubhai Patel, he passed on October 29, 2020. He was the CM of which state? Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, or West Bengal? He was the CM of Gujarat. Right, so he's a veteran BJP leader who died recently. A very latest question. The fourth question says, who became the first cricketer to score consecutive centuries in IPL's history? So it's talking about whole of the IPL. So who was the first cricketer ever? The answer is Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan became the first cricketer. He scored consecutive centuries in IPL's history. The fifth question says, India was ranked at which position in the recent Global Hunger Index 2020? Every year the Global Hunger Indexes come up with the rankings of the nations. So India this year was at 94th rank. The answer is answer number A, the last of all, like the last of the options which is given. The answer is 94th rank. Which state will be setting up the world's biggest zinc smelter project in India only, which state will be setting up? Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, West Bengal, or Maharashtra? The answer is Gujarat. Gujarat will be setting up the world's biggest zinc smelter project. The next question is, which nation has been re-elected as the president of the International Solar Alliance? Which nation is re-elected? It is India. India has been re-elected as the president of the International Solar Alliance. At which of the following place the Institute of Company Secretaries of India is organizing its 48th National Convention of Company Secretaries? This is a very recent question related to the institute only. It's Indore. I need not read all the answers as well. It is Indore. B. The next question is, which among of the following will remain the Financial Action Task Force grey list till February 2021? Which among of the following nation will remain in the FATF grey list? Which is it? It's Pakistan. Pakistan is the nation which will remain in the FATF grey list till February 2021. The last question of the current affairs is, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched Kisan Suryodaya Yojana in which state on October 24th, 2020? It is B, Gujarat. In Gujarat, he launched Kisan Suryodaya Yojana on October 24th, 2020. Talking about 10 questions that are on Viva was as well. So what is it? Don't make so much noise. Piyush dash to study for his CSEET test. So what is the question? Don't make so much noise. Piyush tries, tried, is trying. What do you think? It is in the continuous thing. The answer is trying. Don't make so much noise. Piyush is trying to study for his CSEET test. The second question is, weather report says it's 8 o'clock in Moscow and dash. So it's 8 o'clock in Moscow. It's snowing. There is snow. It snows. It snowed. What should be the answer? The question is happening in present and it's like a continuous thing. So weather report says that it's 8 o'clock in Moscow and it's snowing. The thing is to, when you speak, you could understand how it is. The present is going on. They are telling like it is 8 o'clock and it is snowing. At present time, what is happening? It's snowing. It's 8 o'clock and it's snowing. The third question says, what is the synonym of immaculate? So immaculate, by searching it, you will know immaculate means clean, very neat, very tidy. So the synonym would be spotless. It cannot be untidy, it cannot be repeat, it cannot be incomparable, it is spotless. Fourth question says, Ramesh, what dash in the evening? Abhay, usually I watch TV or read a book. So usually means in day-to-day routine, what does he do? It's not about today, it's not about tomorrow. So answer is answer number B. What do you do in the evening? Like usually what do you do in the evening? Because in the answer you can see usually I watch TV or read a book. Right? What you're doing would be if today at this point he's asking you, or what you do in the evening, or what are you doing in the evening in future if he's asking. But he's like, he asks usually what do you do in the evening? So the answer is B, because usually I watch TV or read a book. It's a normal thing asked. Fifth is, she is dash to dash any kind of work with due sincerity. The best way to answer is put the words in the answer and try to check what is right. She is fond to perform any kind of work with due sincerity. Fond is a word that I would more probably link with some kind of a hobby, some kind of a liking, but it talks about due sincerity, any kind of work. It's not about any hobby or any kind of a liking. It's any kind of work. She is determined to undertake any kind of work with due sincerity, like she can take any kind of work. So this is like the possibility. This is the answer. Let's see further. She is reluctant to entrust any kind of work with due sincerity. Reluctance and due sincerity don't match together. She's eager to void any kind of work with due sincerity. With due sincerity, you cannot void anything. So the best answer is B. The right answer is B. She's determined to undertake any kind of work with due sincerity. The next question is, the war dash immediately after the ceasefire proposal was dash bilaterally. The war ended immediately after the ceasefire proposal was accepted bilaterally. You understand what it is saying? It meant that it ended when both of the parties accepted the ceasefire proposal. The second would be the war receded immediately after the ceasefire proposal was exchanged bilaterally. Ceasefire means to stop the fires, to stop the war. So it cannot be there. The third says the war started immediately after the ceasefire proposal was prepared bilaterally. If the ceasefire proposal is there, there wouldn't be any war. The war extended immediately after the ceasefire proposal was mitigated bilaterally. No, the right answer is A. It ended immediately after the ceasefire proposal was accepted bilaterally, because once it is accepted, the war will have to end. Do watch the meaning also, how it is forming the meaning of the sentence with the help of the words. The seventh question says, which of these is the example of a positive feedback? Excellent, your work has improved. I noticed your dedication towards the project. You're always doing it in the right way, all of the above. There is no negativity in first three sentences anyway. So the answer is D, all of the above. In all the three sentences, the feedback is positive and good and nice, right? It is nothing like no, nothing negative. There's nothing like that. So the answer is D, all of the above. Eighth, which of these examples are the examples of negative feedback? I hate to tell you, but your drawing skill is poor. You can surely improve your drawing. These are good drawings, but you can do better. None of the above. So the answer is A. I hate to tell you this, but your drawing skill is poor. This is a negative feedback. In second also, they are saying that yes, you can surely improve. Third, you can do better. You're good, but you can go better. But the first is directly saying that you are doing poor. I hate it. So first is the ninth question says, which of these is not a common communication barrier? When you're going to communicate with anybody, which of these cannot be not a common barrier? Like linguistic barrier, yes. Linguistic means language barriers. If you are speaking in one language, another person is not understanding you, so there is a barrier. This is a common, it's a very common communication barrier. So this cannot be the answer. Interpersonal barriers, yes, there could be interpersonal barriers also. Financial barrier cannot be a common communication barrier. It could be, but it is not a common communication barrier. And last, organizational barrier. Yes, it could be that if you're working in a different organization, there's not proper organization. But financial barrier is not a common communication barrier. So the answer is C. 10th, in which of these sentences can you find an adverb? Now, standing about what is an adverb, it adds the value to the verb. It adds the value to adjectives as well. Like Divya drinks milk every day. Sanjay gifted me a new pen. I opened the door lock. Sita is 5 feet tall. The answer is A. Divya drinks milk every day. Right? One thing is that, okay, Divya drinks milk, but it is telling you Divya drinks milk every day. It's adding that value to the verb, that a thing is happening, but it has happened every day. So that's the first answer. The answer is A. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you found the video informative. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel before leaving it, and hit the bell icon for all the updates.